Hello everybody, my name is Douse, welcome to Douse Rail and welcome to another Douse Rail Engage review. Today I have a second-hand Graham Farish Southern Rail Merchant Navy class locomotive to have a look at, and in she pulls. She cost me £69.99. First, a little bit about the locomotive's history. Like I say, it was called the Merchant Navy class, but originally it was called the 21C1 class, and informally known as spam cans and packets because of the unique way it was designed. It was designed like this, by the way, not to be streamlined. It was actually designed like this to make it A, a little bit easier to clean, and B, to lift exhausts away from the boiler. So, very unique looking loco in its wonderful southern green. This particular one, the Belgian Marine, was made in 1945 and retired around about 1966, but they originally appeared in 1941. So they've got a lot of history, they're very unique looking, but let's take a little bit of a closer look at the model that Graham Farish made for us. So off we go. So the first thing I want to show you is the box. It's an old box, it came in a box, always very nice. So there you go, Merchant Navy, Southern Rail, number 1503, and as with all things Graham Farish and Tapol, the boxes are pretty bog standard. But there you go, it came in one, it is a nice box. Now, looking at the locomotive itself, it's very basic. Now it's an old, it's an old locomotive. It's from around about maybe the 80s, maybe the 70s even. But the paintwork looks all right. It's very, very heavy in the hands. I will tell you and confess to you that she arrived a little bit dead on arrival. She stuttered. She didn't really run well at all. I gave her a clean. I had to disassemble her a few times. There's the boil plate in front of you. It doesn't have a ton of detail, especially on the top or at the front. But for its time, it's pretty basic. And even then, if you look inside the cab, there you go, you can see not too much has been added. The tender's quite loose as well. But it looks the business. It does look like what it's meant to look like, and I think that's helped because of the unique design of the locomotive itself. Like I said, I did get it in pretty poor nick. It didn't really run particularly well, and actually what I want to show you now is a quick clip of me trying to get it to work. So update after a full cleaning and disassembling. But we are still left with something that doesn't quite run that brilliantly. And then just stops. I've cleaned that track. Everything else goes around it fine. Just she goes. So it took a long time. Took a couple of disassemblies, but finally got her working enough for this review. So I got her to pick up some carriages and send her on her way. And she looks fine. Noisy. Doesn't like points at all. You may have noticed I didn't do my usual coming out of the engine shed. She doesn't really like that, and stuttered on that corner just a little bit, as you can see there. But does look the part going round. And I think with these kind of second-hand old Graham Farish locomotives, the question you're asking yourself is it worth it from a price point to have something that isn't entirely reliable? I felt I got this cheap at the time for £70. They are going for around about that price, if not a little bit more, on eBay. But the amount of work and trouble that she's caused me probably means I'll be looking to move her on to somebody who can probably give her a bit more care and attention. But if you can find a good one in good nick, it's such a unique looking locomotive. You don't get many that look like this. It's almost like a hint of what the diesel age would look like, wrapped up in a steam package, actually. So let's bring her in for one final look. And there she goes, just stuttering home. She shows her age, and I think you could probably get better running ones. You could probably do with replacing the motor. I had to disassemble it and completely re-clean her, every single point of her, just to get her moving somewhat efficiently around the track. But she does look, fairly good, and I think if you're after this kind of model, £70 is probably what you are going to be paying. I think they're a little bit expensive for what they are. The tender itself actually really struggled with corners and had to be realigned. So, wasn't a labour of love, but it was a labour. And hey, at least she looks good going around. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. We hope you have an amazing day. If you do like this, like it. If you would like to subscribe, that'd be great as well. And we'll see you again soon.